You know, offshore fishing is something that's really gotten popular. More and more people seem to be doing it, and I think a lot of it is because of the electronics we have. Everything has a GPS on it now. But when it comes to offshore fishing, I'm not an old guy, but when I started fishing, the GPSs that we had there were kind of primitive. They were not very accurate, and so you would find yourself really not using them. The guy that I started tournament fishing with was an outstanding fisherman, and he was very good offshore fishing. So I learned the old way, and the old way meaning the triangulation of offshore stuff. When you found something, you automatically would look up on the shore and line up something with a point in the distance, or a tree, the tree line, or a boathouse. Even with the electronics we have now, I still use that old method. Anytime I'm offshore, I'm constantly looking at my screen. I'm going, around a point and I see some fish on the graph. Immediately, I will look on the shore and I'll find something to line up on. If those fish are stationary, if they're sitting on something, I want to be able to cast right back into them. Then I will back off of that and make a cast. And that way, like boom there, I've cast right on that line where I mark what I want to, be bringing my bait through. Waypointing that when I mark the fish, yes, that'll get me in the general area, but I want the here and now. If I come over those fish and I mark them, boom, right then. I know those fish are sitting right there. So I want to back off, make up my line, my triangulation. That way I know I'm bringing my bait right through those fish. One of my favorite things to do offshore is drag a football jig. Typical offshore stuff, it'll telegraph the bottom really well. It'll let you know what's down there on the bottom. And most of the time when I'm using this method, those fish are sitting right there and I want to bring something right where they are. Then it becomes a question of if they're going to bite or not. You know they're there. You know for a fact they're there. The tools we have now are just unbelievable, and it has made all the fishermen better fishermen, but never overlook the old ways of doing things, triangulating. You mark fish, line them up with something right away, pull back, and you know you're bringing that bait right through them.